What's up, guys? Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Today, we have a lot to talk about. Disney's Investor Day was fantastic. But before we get into all that, please make sure to follow us on all our social media accounts at Marvel Bros 23 on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where you can stay up to date with everything that we post.
And also, right now, we are also live on our website. That's www.marvelbros.com. All the links are in the description, so make sure you check them out. Follow us on Twitter, like he said, and you can also join our Discord. Our Discord link is also in the description, and you can stay up to date with all of our Twitter posts. And on our website, you can donate or get our merchandise if you'd like to. And yeah, man, we got all the goodies and Zuzus and Wham Lams there, and you can get our YouTube videos, everything. It's all there.
All right. So, again, this day was huge. On Twitter, everyone was talking. This is going to be a huge day, but I don't think any of us were prepared for what they talked about.
Not at all.
So, for starters, this is one of the bigger things they started off with. 10 Marvel series, 10 Star Wars series are going to be coming to Disney Plus over the next 10 years.
Come on, bro. That's amazing.
Holy cow. That's huge.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is they gave us the titles for most of the stuff already, and that's insane.
Oh, yeah, that was insane. I wasn't prepared for that at all.
Like Star Wars Squadron. Actually, there was a lot of... We'll actually get into it later on, but into the more specific stuff. But I wasn't prepared. Like, I knew that was going to be a huge day. I know last year's Investor Day was pretty big, but this was another level of big. Like they went above and beyond this time. Like, it was insane.
They were like, we know you guys are hungry for a lot of Marvel news and stuff like that, so we are going to give you everything that we can.
And I think that's what happened. I don't know. Like, I think that was probably what was in their mind. Like, you know what? Like, we couldn't really give the fans what they wanted. They saved Star Wars and Marvel for last, pretty much. And, you know, let's give them what they want in terms of news. And so that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
But what do we got up next?
You said what?
What do we got coming up next, Mark?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Next, we have Raya and the Last Dragon will premiere on Disney Plus the same day it will be in theaters on March 5th, 2021. So look at them taking a little slice out of HBO Max's book, as you would say. So, and I feel like I just saw the trailer for this movie for some reason. I don't know what I was watching, and I saw the trailer for this. I either saw a trailer or maybe I just saw the post that you had made about the poster being released. I believe that's what it was, possibly. And I was just, I was like, man, what is this? I don't think I've heard anything about that that show, to be honest, or that movie, whatever it is. So I'm interested in it, but I'm not sure where it spawns from. You know what I mean?
It looks pretty good, I believe. I think I watched the trailer. We'll have to check it out again. But low-key, I feel like it's in the... I don't know. The way they made it sound, it was like a part of like a certain universe that they already have, but I don't know if that's the case. But the trailer I saw looks pretty good. But more importantly...
Is that made by Pixar?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think it's a Disney. It's either a Disney animation or a Pixar. I'm not too sure. But I do know us Californians don't have the luxury of going to theaters, or most of us, I should say.
Yeah.
So I guess this is pretty cool. But I heard it was going to be like $30 to rent.
I mean, that makes sense though. That's how much it was for Mulan, and I think pretty much everybody like ordered it and saw it or whatnot. Whether they were heartbroken from it or not is besides the point.
Yeah,
everybody still pretty much paid for it.
It'll be interesting though, because HBO Max, everything they're going to be releasing in 2021 is going to be free. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, as long as you have a subscription, you can watch it for free. They won't be giving out any free trials though. That's the thing. So you'll have to immediately start paying for it. rather than not get a free trial at all.
That's
which makes sense.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
They'll be able to watch.
See, I can understand that video that I had sent you a little bit more as to why actresses and actors are so mad, because they kind of get a percentage of that box office cut that come in, depending on how much money is getting, brought in off of the movie. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this entire thing is going to be moving forward. I mean, how much are actors getting paid for these Netflix originals and stuff like that? Do we? I think once we look at that number and maybe match it to the number that other people are getting, we kind of have some type of better. There's no way they get the same type of royalties, off of repeated views or anything.
And we've had this conversation.
We've had this extensively.
We don't know how this happened. We don't know how this works. Like, there's no place to go and check. Like, unless there's like a Netflix analytics website that we can access and like look at things, but beyond that, like, we just don't know the details to actually figure that out. Which it'll be interesting moving forward. But I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good watch.
I'm very interested.
Coming up, so I don't know about you. I love Hulu, but the commercials suck. Commercials are terrible on Hulu. But Disney has plans to release this January a no-ad bundle to the Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus package. So that should be a cool little bonus.
Yeah, that sounds pretty. I'm down for that. Especially the ESPN thing. That's so important.
There's a lot of stuff on there.
There's a lot of stuff on that ESPN app. They have ESPN originals, which I didn't know until I had purchased ESPN Plus not too long ago, just to see what it was about. And I was amused. You get not all of the games, but you get a very wide variety of the games, and that's what I don't understand is how that works. I mean, I know ESPN doesn't necessarily put on all of the games, so like the ones that are on like ABC or something,
ABC, Fox, CBC,
yeah, you don't get all of those, but you get like some of the basketball games. You'll get the highlights and the shows talking about the basketball. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah, so that should be pretty cool coming forward. What do we got coming up next, Mark?
Up next we have. Let's look at it. Disney Plus Star will be welcoming 18 plus content, but will also raise the price of Disney Plus in certain markets. What is Disney Plus Star? I don't know.
Okay, so Disney Plus Star is basically the integration of like all of Disney's R18 plus material that they own through Fox, FX, and just through all the different properties that they own. It's basically put in this category called Star. And so what it is I don't know when it'll be available in the I think in March is when we're going to have to start paying an extra $1. So it's only $1 here in the US, but in Europe it's like £2 or whatever, or £2.
2 pounds, yeah.
But the way it'll work is
I was about to say, how does it work?
You know how like when you go to the main thing on Disney Plus, there's like Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, National Geographic. Well, there's going to be a category called Star, and so when you click Star, it's going to say, okay, hey, just so you know, you're going to the 18 plus content. Are you sure this is what you want to do? And then like you press yes, and then you have to put in your password again, and then it asks you again, hey, are you sure this is what's going to happen? And so as soon as you press yes, then all of Disney Plus stuff and all the rated R stuff is going to be all in one inclusive area. So it'll have like Logan, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all the older material stuff that was for the older people.
Is that why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't on there now, because it's so freaking intense, or what?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Because I think it's on Hulu and
yeah, it's definitely on Hulu.
Part of it is on Hulu. And
I know it's on Netflix. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so that'll be a cool little ad. Especially, I think it seems like Disney Plus is definitely capitalizing, or just Disney in general is capitalizing on the rights they own for FX. Because there's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, because FX is an amazing platform. They've always been a really good channel.
See, this is what's confusing. What is the point of this though? Like, what is the point of having all of these different platforms and then having different sections of the platforms that are doing what the other platform is doing? You know what I mean? It's like, at what point do you just combine Hulu and Disney Plus together? You know what I mean? I don't.
I feel like that's what's happening, but I don't know what to the extent they're trying to do that because. In the breakdown, they talk about all the revenue. Like part of the whole investor thing is they break down all the revenue from ads and everything, all the business stuff they talk about. And it seemed like they were getting a ton of stuff from Hulu, so I don't see them combining the two programs like anytime soon. But I think they want to be able to at least have certain, because certain things are going to be exclusive to Hulu, but they want to keep certain properties on Hulu and then share
also have them on Disney Plus.
Yeah, on Disney Plus.
Because it's like the X-Men thing, like the X-Men movies, you know what I mean? Fantastic Four. All of this stuff is on Disney Plus because it's Marvel. So, you know what I mean? It's like, at what point do you kind of differentiate the two, or maybe you just don't? And what's kind of weird to me is I don't think there's a Disney Plus add-on in the Hulu app. Like, you know how they have the HBO Now? Like in the HBO Max, and then the Stars, and then the show, and then they don't have a Disney Plus section.
Yeah.
So it makes it kind of confusing that they're owned by the same company in the end. I don't know.
I don't know. That would change Hulu drastically if they did that. If they included Disney Plus on a Hulu Plus, like if you had Hulu and you could add Disney Plus to it, like that would be a game changer if they allowed that.
Because I know that even though like we have Hulu and HBO Max, but none of the TV like Roku, they don't have a HBO Max app yet, which is freaking ridiculous. But
kind of weird too.
You can watch HBO Max stuff on Hulu, but they don't have everything that's on the HBO Max app. I just don't understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like I need a freaking pamphlet just to
Apparently they're close to a deal with Roku. To get that figured out, because I just read that about a couple days ago, so like, that might be coming out pretty soon.
There wasn't one. I think there was even a freaking Quibi for Roku, but there wasn't they don't have one for.
And Quibi's dead, bro. It's dead.
R.I.P. Quibi, man. Yeah,
it's literally gone. Like it's.
I literally have never even watched a Quibi ever, so I'm partly part of the problem, but oh well.
There was I had to watch the Jonas Brothers thing that was there. It was pretty good. But again, you know, that was about it. But coming up next, Disney Plus will be releasing over 15 live action, animation, and Pixar films within the next few years of Disney Plus history. And that's going to be pretty awesome.
So what does this mean? Like these are going to be strictly Disney Plus originals? Is that what they're saying?
I believe so.
Okay, all right, okay. So that's amazing. They literally gave us a lot of these just now when they did the this interview, not the interview thing, but the update thing. You know what I mean?
They literally gave us a lot of it.
So I'm juiced for everything, bro. Like my Ghiblis are in a tender, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I am ecstatic about everything that's to come.
But what do we got coming up next?
Hulu will have original content from 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Studios. Okay. So what is this like? What does this mean? Like, give me a little bit more about this.
Okay. So from what I understand, I don't know if these studios are exclusively working with Hulu specifically. But I know, in terms of like original content, I don't know who is in charge of like their movie stuff, but now it's going to be helmed by Fox Century, 20th Century, and Searchlight. And for the most part, they have pretty good movies that have come out recently. And
okay, so basically, just so I make sure that I'm paying attention, Hulu originals are going to be directed and produced basically by 20th Century Studios stuff and Searchlight Studios. Okay,
I believe
that makes
so.
sense. So it's no longer 20th Century Fox; it's now 20th Century Studios. I think that's something that we connect as well because I think that's something that's known. Because I definitely it makes sense though. Because why would they still be called Fox? You know, and it's owned by Disney. So that's awesome though.
Yeah,
they make
cool.
Yeah, they make good stuff.
Yeah. And then on top of Hulu, some of these, again, this is like when we're like, okay, hey, we're not going to be able to show you everything. And like, we didn't see any of these trailers. We just saw like a photo. But like, the following will exclusively be coming to Hulu. Only Murders in the Building, The Dropout, Dope Stick, and 9 Perfect Strangers. These are all, I believe, some of these are movies, shows. I could be wrong.
It's an amalgamation of the two, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's shows, movies,
and I believe there's a couple other things too. But for the most part, we have a lot of content coming towards Hulu. They're definitely really capitalizing on it. They broke down. They had a huge number in profits from the ads alone on Hulu. So it'll be pretty cool to see what's happening moving forward.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know they have a lot of amazing stuff. Like Hulu does an outstanding job on pretty much everything that they create. The one thing that me and Remy are gonna watch next is Run. It's with the mother and like her daughter. She's been basically like treating her daughter like she's sick her whole life or something.
Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but Hannah said it was really good.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna check that out. And the Disney Plus. The Disney Plus, the Hulu original show, it's very similar to the movie. I can't think of what it's called, but the mom and the daughter, and she's in the wheelchair, and she's been acting like she was sick the whole time. Yeah. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on in that show, and it was amazing. It was like one of those limited time series based on a true story, and it came out every Sunday, and it was amazing. Every episode was like, "Whoa, this is awesome!" So I know that I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be amazing. Like, no doubt. But moving on, speaking of Hulu and their amazing originals, a new season of Handmaid's Tale has been confirmed. And I've never watched Handmaid's Tale, but I know this is like one of the things that put Hulu like on the map.
I need to watch it. Everyone I talk to says they love it. So
have you seen it? You haven't seen any of it? Oh, okay.
I want to watch it though.
Hey, that could be something that we like go over, like kind of like a like a book club type thing, but like a show club. Like, okay, so we just watched the first season, talk about it, because I know that people go crazy over that show, and I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything about it either, so that would be a cool thing to do. I would be down for that.
One of my colleagues at work was talking to me about it, and she was like, it's crazy because some of the things that happen in the show are things that have already happened like now in real life. And I'm just like, that's crazy.
Really?
To think about. Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about, but that's what she was telling me. So I'm like, ooh, okay. And from what I understand, Handmaid's Tale kind of like goes around like deals with like babies and like how abortion's seen and like the church and how it's like I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it kind of revolves around. But it's on its 5th season coming up, so apparently it's doing something right. So,
hey, yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. Me and Remy need something new to watch.
But moving on, like we were talking about before on FX with Hulu, they're going to be creating a Alien series based on Earth, which is going to be amazing, and a Shogun series.
Okay.
So it's going to be like a Imperial Japan, like Game of Thrones type of thing on FX, and I think they showed a trailer. They didn't show us, or they showed us some images and stuff. It looked badass. So both look pretty awesome and amazing. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. We're seeing some awesome stuff going on with Hulu, partnering with these different companies and stuff and whatnot to create amazing stuff. I would have never thought of Disney keeping 20th Century Studios to create stuff for Hulu, but it makes so much sense. You know what I mean? Like, and along with Searchlight as well. It's a lot of moves are going on this table, on this chessboard, man, and it's awesome to see. And I can't wait to see this stuff come to fruition. Alien is a great series, and I'm always down for all Japan stuff, all of it. I'm always down for that. The show on Netflix, Marco Polo, I believe. It was.
I've been wanting to watch that. Is it good?
It's dope. I didn't finish it or anything like that, but that first season was awesome. Like it was awesome. I get a lot of Game of Thrones vibes.
Genghis Khan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Genghis Khan. Yeah, I get a lot of Game of Thrones vibes. Because I had never seen Game of Thrones for the longest time, and that is always what I like thought of in my head when people would tell it to me is like Marco Polo. That's what I would envision. But yeah, check it out, bro. But moving right along in the information train, The Mandalorian will be getting 2 new spin-off series. Now that's awesome. Let's go. Star Wars Rangers of the New Republic and Star Wars Ahsoka. Bruh.
Oh my God.
Let's go, bro. Bro, Star Wars. Okay, that Ahsoka show is going to be so lit. Do you have any information about any of these shows and what they're going to be about? What timeline anything is going to be in? Who are these Rangers of the New Republic? Do we know any of the answers to these questions?
No, I think it's just what we know from the Mandalorian. Because like in the Mandalorian,
yes,
we see the Starfighter Ranger dudes that go around. Like the Mandalorians ran into them a couple times. I'm assuming those are the same dudes that we're gonna see.
Oh, those are the Rangers. See, I did not know that at all. I had a whole different vibe in my head.
More like the space Texas Ranger dudes, you know? The police force type of thing.
Oh. And then, so that's why they've been showing us them here and there. Yeah. I loved that episode of Mandalorian, by the way, when they like pulled off in their spaceship and then the music started knocking from like it was coming from their spaceship. That was awesome.
And then with Ahsoka, it might be on her journey to find Thrawn and AKA possibly Ezra, because Ezra told her, "Hey, come find me," you know. And that's maybe what the show's gonna be about.
Ooh.
Or it follows her directly after, because I would love to see what happens to her after the Clone Wars, and then kind of skip towards what happens in the Mandalorian, and then hopefully find Ezra, aka or Throne.
Yeah,
so that would be cool.
I would be down for all of the stuff you just said. No cap, like everything you said sounds good. Everything sounds awesome.
Yep, and they gave us the logos for those too as well.
Oh, they did.
You know, that's what I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, they put the pictures.
I had all the pictures for you guys. I totally forgot to add them. I totally apologize. But they are on social media. So go.
Oh yeah,
go to check it out. 23. Check it out. We have everything there for you guys.
There you go. Incentives. Okay. And I'm gonna just say it real quick. Don't forget to check out our Discord link and our website link. It is all in the description of this live. So that's what I'm gonna say. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure you drop a like and a share on the video because it really does help us out. And Christian, what else do we got going on?
All right, moving right along with the Star Wars news. Everything I did for the Rebellion. Andor, an original series set in the Star Wars universe, will start streaming in 2022. This follows famous Rogue One spy. I forget his name, but yeah, he's basically be the lead in Andor, and so this should be pretty interesting.
Awesome! That's awesome.
Yep.
What's going on, man? It's about to be so much amazing stuff coming within these next 3 years. Sure. These next 3 years for sure are going to be lit with content filled with Star Wars, Marvel content galore that I just can't even wait for. Speaking of Marvel content, we didn't even talk about any of the Marvel series yet that they announced in that thing.
We have a lot to talk about. Man.
Like
that was the last thing they talked about.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I am so looking forward to the future of the Marvel universe and the Star Wars universe. I don't know if we have a name for the Star Wars universe, but I know the MCU is gonna be popping and filled with amazing things, and definitely the Star Wars universe, as we can see with the Mandalorian, it is just growing and growing more and more with each episode. They're giving us so much backstory and reason to really care about these different characters. And something that I actually just thought about right now is we might see Bill Burr like go to the Rangers or something. You know what I mean? Because you can see that he wants to do good. You know what I mean? That's the vibes that he's been giving off. So man, let's see what's going down, man. I'm juiced for everything to come. And how are you feeling about it, bro? Are you juiced as I am? Because I know.
You know, speaking of Bill Burr, I thought for sure he was going to stay with that girl and be part like her deputy,
like
as a sheriff type of thing. But technically, he's still a criminal, you know. But I don't know how that would work. But I would be cool to see because he does have a soft side. obviously he just hates the Empire after what we learned happened to him and his unit. Hence why he left the Empire. Super intense episode, by the way. Yeah,
you can't even knock him. So
yeah,
make sure if you haven't, make sure check that Marvel Bros episode.
We'll have to make a video.
That Mandalorian episode, you guys. Yeah, make sure you guys check that out. And just going into some more Star Wars news, man. This might be one of the best things that I've seen on this right here. Hayden Christensen, okay, aka Star Wars Anakin, the one that we have seen from Star Wars Episode 2 and Episode 3. It is confirmed that he is going to be returning as Darth Vader in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Huge, bro.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they showed video of this, but we couldn't see it. Yeah, swear.
Oh, heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
Yo, heartbreaking, yo. Yeah, I mean, come on, like this stuff right here, yo. It's amazing. Like,
we'll just have to spend
$300 amazing
on stock to get an invite to next year's. But that's completely just see videos.
Man, I think we could do it. We're gonna start a Patreon and get you know what I mean? Get it going.
We'll just get it going, and we'll buy a crap ton of Disney stock.
But that's definitely amazing, right? I mean, come on. What more could we want at this point? They're giving so much fan service with these shows now. Weaving in the old characters with the new shows, and the new shows go back to the old. Bruh, come on. Like, this is awesome. This is everything that we want, and, just a little bit more, too. So, I'm down for it, bro. So, do you know what this series is about, what it's going to be covering, what era of Obi-Wan's life it's partaking in?
I believe it's taking place 10 years after Order 66.
Okay.
Besides that, they didn't really give us a whole lot.
Okay, so he's not old as shit, but he's not young either.
Yeah, he's not.
Okay, so 10 years after Order 66, to me, that's around the time where we left off of Rebels. That's kind of what I think about. Because you got to remember, we have that time gap from Clone Wars that happens, and then from the last season that happens before, and then the
is it 10 years? It probably is 10 years.
Then think about it. I mean, Ahsoka's like a grown woman, low key, when we see her again in there. So I'm thinking, like, because she was young in Clone Wars, so she had to be.
I think she was 16 or 18.
Much love to you, man. Thanks for the like.
Let's go, boy.
Everything's gonna be dope. But so she was like an adult, but as we see her in The Mandalorian when we just saw her, we know she's way older than she was in Rebels.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm thinking in Clone Wars when we saw her, she was like 12, 13, and then when we saw her in Rebels, maybe she was like 20, 21, and then when we just saw her in Mandalorian, I feel like she was like 30, 35. You know what I'm saying? Around that range.
I feel so.
That's like when we saw Obi-Wan again at the end of Rebels. You know what I'm saying? And he was on the shit and he was watching Luke from afar when he was talking Darth Maul. You know what I'm saying? He was talking to Darth Maul and he was like, "Is he the chosen one?" He is. Bro, come on. That was amazing.
It was like he doesn't look too old, but he doesn't look as old as we see him in A New Hope.
Yes, precisely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because A New Hope is, think about it, at the end of Rebels, Luke is a child. And then he's definitely at least in his late teens in A New Hope. You know what I mean? So, and then Obi-Wan's an old man. So that's years. That's like, he might even be 30 or something like that. And he's just,
it's like, I feel like in Star Wars Episode 3, I feel like he's like in his late 20s, maybe 30s.
I'm Googling right now.
He'll probably be in his 40s.
Obi-Wan. So when do we want it? What age? What in Rebels? How about that?
Yeah, because the series ends after the Battle of Endor, which is when Vader dies.
He was 55 years old.
What,
bro? What the fuck? That's not what I thought at all.
Holy crap! So that means Ahsoka must be way older then.
Yeah, Because okay, it says, but wait, let's see. Okay, how old was Obi-Wan in Clone Wars? Then let's see that. That'll give us a better understanding of how old. Because I did not think, because maybe we've thought Obi-Wan was way younger than he actually was this entire time.
Because he looked pretty young in Episode 1.
It says in The Phantom Menace he was 25 years old. He was 35 in Attack of Clones, and he was 38 in Revenge of the Sith.
What?
And he was 50. Yeah. It says he was 57 in A New Hope.
What is life?
Wait. It says he was 57 in A New Hope. And that other thing we just read said at the end of Rebels, he was 55. That's impossible. Because Luke was like a kid at the end of Rebels.
Maybe wasn't he? I don't know.
Yeah, now I don't know what happened. Now I can't think about it.
Yeah. Maybe it's just one of those weird timeline issues that Star Wars, that the creators kind of messed up on. Maybe, I don't know. But no.
Luke and Ezra are like the same fucking age, bro.
No, really,
bro. They both should be about 17 or so. Ezra turns 15. Luke is about 2 days younger than Ezra.
What?
Bro, what's happening? What is
happening? Okay, so that means we definitely probably might see Ezra at some point again. And it's interesting.
Ezra is the same age as Luke Skywalker.
I didn't know that. What?
Okay, so if that's the case, then Ezra is a freaking master Jedi at this point, like Obi-Wan style.
And not only that
has to be with the Ahsoka show.
He also learned the ways of the Force through a freaking Sith holocron.
Bro, and that is what makes him more powerful than any other
person.
I don't care what anybody says, bro. Because he's the only one that has learned from both sides.
The other person was Mace Windu.
Oh, that's right.
That's the other person. And we might see
he would have been a perfect teacher for Ezra, bro. He would have been a perfect teacher for Ezra.
And I feel like we might see him. I think it'd be cool if we see Mace Windu in The Mandalorian. That'd be really cool.
Ooh, you're right. Okay, so maybe we can see how old Ahsoka is. How old was Ahsoka in Mandalorian? Let's just go straight to Mandalorian. Because I feel like they're gonna obviously be in that age range. She's gonna still be in that age range because they have that actor who did a great job. By the way, can we agree on that? She did
a huge job.
Okay, so Ahsoka Tano was born in 36 BBY, making her about 14 when she first debuts in the Clone Wars theatrical movie. Applying that math to the time period of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka is 45 years old in her Mandalorian debut.
Wait, she's 45?
45 years old in the Mandalorian in the Mandalorian. That's what it says. She's about 45.
I believe it. I mean,
so if she's about 45, so she's always been older than. Okay. My brain is doing so much stuff right now. So she's always been older than Luke, but we've never seen her though. I don't understand that, man. They gotta. This show is gonna explain all of it, though. Yeah. I know,
and it might be, again, one of those timeline issues similar to what we see in the Marvel universe. There are certain parts, but
they have to go back and retcon later in order to make it cohesive. No, I could feel that, though. I could feel that. I mean, hey, it's no disrespect, just like we were talking about with Boba's suit and why it has never been refurbished until The Mandalorian. But it's like, hey, movies. You know what I mean? Movie life. That's basically what it is. So I'm not mad at it, bro. It's amazing. Let's keep it going,
though. Moving forward, again,
Star Wars news, man.
Huge Star Wars stuff. The following Star Wars series will be coming to Disney Plus: The Bad Batch, Lando, A Droid Story, Acolyte, and Visions. Okay, so
please give me information on every single one of those because I'm so juiced and I don't want to just start because I got a whole bunch of ideas as to what each one of those things could be. All I want to say is I hope A Droid Story is only about R2-D2 and C-3PO. That's all I'm going to say.
That's exactly what it is.
Let's go, bro. Sure. That's all I care about.
Acolyte is going to be a series set in the High Republic era of the Star Wars universe, which should be pretty awesome. And Visions,
Visions could be about anything.
I believe
Visions could literally be about anything. Lando could be awesome.
Specifically,
Lando, is that live action or is it animated? Or I know the Bad Batch is animated, so I kind of assume everything right here is animated.
All this is animated. I believe everything here is animated. They didn't say if the dude who played Lando in Solo is coming back though. So
it'll probably be the guy that they had play Lando in Rebels. I don't think that was
it was in Rebels. That's right.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna have what's his name, Childish Gambino, do it. I don't think so, because that's who was Lando in the.
Lando.
So, Star Wars Visions is going to be more of like in an anime type of style. I believe, for some reason, I want to say the people who made Samurai Jack are going to be making it low key.
Oh, bro, it was Billy D. Williams. Lando Calrissian, the Lando, played Lando on Rebels.
You know what? You're right. His voice. That is his voice.
It was his voice. That's wild. So I wonder if they're going to have him reprise his role as Lando in the cartoon Lando, because that would make sense because he could go across all different eras. Because he's still going to sound like Lando.
So it just said, presenting an all-new creative take on the galaxy far, far away. Star Wars Visions will be an animated series, a series of animated shorts films celebrating Star Wars through the lens of the world's best anime creators.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
Be like What If? It's going to basically be What If, but of actual canonical things.
Yeah.
And then I guess, from the view of different eras, like the fall of Endor, but in anime, and then like the Attack of the Clones thing that happened already, but in anime, when all the Jedis came and they were fighting, but anime. That sounds dope.
That should be pretty cool. And it's interesting that you mentioned the Battle of Endor, or the Fall of Endor. I started playing Star Wars Fallen Jedi.
That is an amazing game.
That game was hard as shit. I'm like, what?
Hard as shit, bro. That is the hardest game.
Into a fucking goat. Like, what the hell,
bro? Like that game
is so hard. I made the mistake.
Wait till you start fighting Ninth Sisters and shit. It's wild.
No, bro. Okay, so what I was playing on the second to
hardest one, huh? Yeah, that's always what the fuck you do.
And like, I got to Mustafar, or the Night Sister place. I can't think of the place. But the dudes that you fight beat my ass in like 2 shots. I'm just like, what? I had to lower the difficulty. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah. No, I did the same thing. I thought I was a badass when I went into the game on the harder mode, and then once I realized how you really got to parry and really fight people like you're really a Jedi, I'm like, bro, I don't have the mental capacity to do this right now. I got to lower the sensitivity. I don't even understand the controls at this point. Like, bro, what's happening? And they told us that. And remember, they told us that when we watched it. They were like, okay, this might look really easy, but this guy has been playing this game for a while, and this shit is not as easy as he's making it look. They told us that. And we took them for granted. We didn't believe them, but they were correct, because that was intense. It was a hard ass
game. I'm on Endor right now. Actually, I just met Saw Gerrera. And I'm helping him out.
I love his addition to everything Star Wars. I don't know why, but I love it.
His opinion of everything is just so cool. Saying like, you know what, like we're never going to win if we're not going to stoop low, or not. We can't do what we need to do in order to get.
No, honestly,
to beat the Empire.
We're playing against people who don't use rules at all, so we have to bend our own. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's something that you can honestly you can see. That's a message that's very rampant in a lot of these shows and stuff. We're going against people who will literally kill our children, and we're trying to not do anything bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like trying to spare everyone's life. Like it just can't. It doesn't balance out.
Yeah. We also have that Jedi's involvement in the series as well. We honestly don't know what happened to him. I haven't beat the game, so I don't know yet. But if he's still alive, we'll probably see him as well coming up. So hopefully that.
In what? Cool. See him on what? In what?
Where? Maybe I don't know. Maybe in a future Star Wars series. Maybe the next Star Wars movie. I don't know. He shouldn't be that too far older or younger than Ahsoka.
What I want to find out, and like in some show or something or some movie, I want to find out that all of these Jedis have not really been dead and they've just been secretly popping off. You know what I mean? They've just been secretly doing stuff. I mean, look at the other main character of the game that he goes around with who doesn't use the Force anymore. She's a straight, you know what I mean? So that had to happen everywhere in the universe, in the Star, everywhere in the universe. They either stopped being a Jedi or didn't, carry those traits as heavy. Ahsoka's always been around. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I feel like, especially in The Mandalorian, we're going to start exploring all these different realms of where these Jedi's actually went to.
Yep.
I feel like that is the book end of The Mandalorian, is that we realize that these Jedi's have been like in Mandalore this whole time or some shit like, you know what I mean? I can't wait, bro. And I know the Bad Batch is dope as shit. We talked about that.
I still need to watch. That's probably my next thing. I need to watch the season 7 of Clone Wars. That should be pretty cool.
You still haven't watched that? How dare you finish Rebels before you finish Star Wars Clone Wars?
It just happened that way.
You're talking about stuff, bro. Like I don't even know. You're wild.
No, that's this week. It's this week. I'm gonna finish it.
You're wild.
But her story, the other Jedi that is in the game, or to my knowledge so far, her story about how like her and her Padawan, had a bunch of younglings, and she tried to get them away, get the dogs off them, and she got caught, and then they died, and that's crazy.
So it's crazy that they were really out there murdering every single Jedi, no matter age, nothing. Like it didn't matter. And this is another thing going back to Mandalorian. Like, bro, what's up with Grogu? Where the fuck has he been this whole time? Like, you know what I mean? There is just so much stuff that does not make sense. The more that stuff that comes out, it's like, okay, then if we always had all of these Jedis that were underground, why was nobody helping Rey? Like, why? Where was everybody when the princess was sending out these messages of rally with us?
Yeah.
Like, is it that Ezra did this before and then everyone was scared to, help out everyone? Because every time someone calls Jedis to rally to arms, most of them fucking die. Maybe that's why they're not coming. Maybe that's why they're not coming out. I need to know what's going on because, and then what else is confusing me is they literally told us out of their mouths that they would be focusing on going way into the past of Star Wars with all of the new content that they would create. And it is the exact opposite with every single announcement. It's going further into the future, or it's staying in the same time period that we already know, causing us to wonder more questions. Why does this nigga even have the Darksaber? That's one of the biggest questions in my head. Where did he get it from? How did he get that? Because
he might have just stole it. He might have just stole it.
Well, from when? When did you have the time to steal a Darksaber from Mandalorian? Like, what's going on? What's happening here? It's so many questions that they are raising, and they're doing such a good job with answering questions and then giving us 30,000 more questions at the end of the episode. But
unless Mandalore fell again, I'm pretty sure Mandalore is fine after Rebels, and so unless the First Order fucked him up, but
there's no way that they were fine because that's what we are seeing in The Mandalorian. We're seeing that they literally never came back from the attack on Mandalore. They never ever. And what is sanctioned as the attack on Mandalore? Is that when Darth Maul came and was fucking shit up, or is that when what are we talking about? Like, why don't we even know about Darth Maul running Mandalore like that? Like, come on, G. Like, there's just too much that is left behind.
By the time Rebels was going down, I think it was just the Mandalorian Civil War. One side just sided with the Empire, and the others were fighting to get rid of the Empire. I think. While in the Clone Wars, the Maul was the one who initially brought the Empire, or like took over Mandalore, and then the Empire came in, and basically one faction, I forget the name, sided with the Empire, and in Rebels we see fight, say, get the fuck out of here, Empire.
Yeah, because they're dressed like troopers, but they have like Mandalorian trooper armor.
Yeah. And fun fact, I watched the video today because I was wondering this myself. You know how like in the Mandalorian we see him get shot and he's fine, like they're just like
yeah. Bing,
bing, bing, and then like in the show you see Mandalorians get one-shotted out of the air and stuff, and it's like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And I watched a video on it today and it made sense. We know in the show, we know that his armor is 100% Beskar. We know that.
That's what I was about to say. Armor is not Beskar.
Sabine, her armor was handed down to her from like hundreds of years before, that's pure Beskar. While everyone else's armor, because of what happened in the Clone Wars, there's little to no. There's little to no Beskar. So like it's a mix of a lot of weaker metals and like a little Beskar. So it's like. And you get one-shotted like that. And I was like, I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, because that was like that was very interesting to me as well. But what was more interesting was watching Rebels after watching Mandalorian first. And Clone War, like I watched Clone Wars and Rebels after I had already watched The Mandalorian. Yeah. So I was like all for what he was talking about. And then watching these shows, I'm like, these Mandalorians are posers. They're taking off their helmets left and right. You know what I mean? And then you actually see as to what that actually means, how he's rocking for what was it, Death Watch, really? Like, isn't that who he was really, isn't that his creed?
I don't know.
I think that's what they explained in the episode when they had Homegirl from Rebels be in it.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, Bo-Katan. So she was like, you are part of that creed of Mandalores, whatever, that, they believe in the old whatever, right?
The old ways,
the old ways. So that let me know that the split, how deep that split really went on, even into the future. So even when we see Bo-Katan take the Darksaber in Rebels to bring Mandalore together, we see that never even actually came to fruition by what's going on in The Mandalorian now. So it's like, bro, man, like
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It seems like no one in the universe ever got a break. Like no one in the universe, nobody. Like, I think one of the best things about Rebels is how they went into how the droids were still around even though they weren't being used. I loved that.
That was cool.
I just wanted to say that. So moving right along to the east side. The next Star Wars movie will be directed by Patty Jenkins, titled Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Holy moly cannoli. So does this have anything to do with the Star Wars Squadron game that literally just got released this year?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about getting it just to play it if there's like a story mode, but I don't want to get it and not enjoy it.
And it'd be lame.
Yeah, so I might watch a couple videos, but I don't know. It might be worth checking out the game. Maybe that's based off that. Patty Jenkins, she's a pretty good director, so I think it should be a pretty good movie. It's different. We haven't had something like that specifically, but it should be a good watch. I mean, anything Star Wars, I'm game for. So I'll check it out regardless. But
Dwight said maybe the Mandalorian split up again when she lost the saber because she lost the saber. That makes sense.
Probably
that actually makes sense though.
Probably didn't see her as being worthy after she lost it.
That makes a lot of freaking sense.
Either she was challenged or again it was stolen, and maybe there was already some factions that were like, okay, we don't want her as leader.
This thing keeps getting stole from us, yo. Yeah. This is just not the way. Maybe we're not supposed to be together.
Yeah. But what do we got up next?
What do we have up next? Beauty and the Beast prequel series is in the works.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't
ask for this, but
zero interest in this. Honestly, I have zero interest in this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not interested in knowing what was going on before Beauty and the Beast. Like,
I think it's focusing on
like what could this possibly be about?
You know the buff guy and like his clown like dude. I believe the prequel's going to be about those two. I don't know if they're coming back to reprise their roles, but
okay. So wait. This series doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Beauty and the Beast.
I don't.
It's a Beauty and the Beast universe.
Yes,
we have a Beauty.
I don't know why
they just want to make anything now, bro.
They might have a good story.
Look at these next announcements are all of what we're talking about right now.
Yep.
Is they're just creating stuff from what they got. They like, nah, bro. And, we just go and keep it where we at.
And speaking of what's next, Hocus Pocus 2 is reportedly in the works. You know, again, this is something I did not ask for, but I love the first one, so I'm gonna watch this no matter what. But if it sucks, I'm gonna be very upset with Disney.
Why are they making a Hocus Pocus 2?
I don't know.
How old is the first Hocus Pocus? How old is it? Let's see.
I actually don't even know when that movie came out. Was
1993, fam.
Oh, 1993?
1993.
That movie's hella good too. I love that movie so much.
This movie is older than us, bro.
That's so true.
It's crazy. But along with other things that are older than us, a live-action Lion King prequel is officially in the works. Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Live action?
I don't know.
Live-action Lion King prequel? So we're gonna see. So now Mufasa is gonna be Simba? Is that? I don't even want to see that.
I don't even know what they didn't really give us a whole lot of details as to what they were going to do. And if they did say details, I didn't write it down.
Like this is Disney Plus.
Yeah. But for more exciting stuff, this stuff I'm actually kind of looking forward to. The following films are going to be made for Disney Plus: Pinocchio, Peter Pan and Wendy, Cruella, Enchanted 2, titled Disenchanted.
And did you say Cruella?
Cruella or
Cruella?
Cruella.
Yeah. The lady from Dalmatians.
And Sisters Act 3. So all of them are pretty huge movies.
Once again, though, why? Why are we getting these movies?
I get the first two. The last three, I'm not too sure about. Pinocchio and Peter Pan.
Okay, yeah, Pinocchio, and I understand. Peter Pan and Wendy, all right. Cruella, I even understand that because that's like Maleficent, how they redid that, but they didn't go into that side; they went into this side. If they did stuff like that, I can understand it. Like Cruella, everybody likes Cruella DeVille, Cruel Devil. You know what I mean? Like everybody likes her. Enchanted 2, I don't think that was necessary. Sister Act 3, most unnecessary thing about this entire.
I looked down just now and I was like, why is there a big bottle of champagne in my room? And then I remembered why I had it. I forgot it. I totally forgot. And I was like, why? Anyways.
The turnip was real.
All right. What do we got? Oh, Hugh. Okay. So now.
This is golden. This is something that juice. This is what I said this. I don't know if you remember, but this is what I said.
I think we both talked about this. I think
we talked about this. As soon as this announcement was made, I was like, this is who he's going to be. Because I love this story. This is the story of when Thor first gets his two hammers. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Christian Bale will be playing Gore the God Butcher in Thor Love and Thunder.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's gonna be huge.
Let's go.
Before we get into more stuff, again, this is gonna be probably a little longer video than normal, but please make sure go follow us at Marvels23. Check us out. We post all of our news and all of our content. It's on our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and don't forget our YouTube channel. Where we'll be posting all this stuff that we talk about here. So yeah,
and we've also been posting our playthrough of Marvel's Avengers, so you can go check that out. But getting back to this, Gore the God Butcher is one of the dopest people ever, and his ebony blade ever awesome. All of that is amazing. The story is amazing. All of it is amazing. Thor: Love and Thunder might be the Marvel movie. Like that might be the Marvel movie. You know what I mean? Like the one. Like
I don't know a whole lot about Gore, but
Gore the God Butcher is saucy. Oh!
I will say though, he looks badass. I don't know how they're gonna make Christian Bale give him like look, or if they're just gonna give.
You just think about how they did Thanos' children in Infinity War.
That's what I was thinking.
It's gonna be very similar to that because Gore the God Butcher looks like Corbus Glaive.
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. What if they're related? Are they related?
I don't believe so. I don't think that type of race that he is. It might be, but I'm not sure. Ooh, there you are. I gotta grab the big book of Marvel. You already know. Let's break down. Let's look at Gore real quick. Where you at? Gore the God Butcher. Let's see if I can get that picture in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, saucy, man. Look at that sauce. All right, so Gore the God Butcher. His name is Gore. His occupation, it says God Killer. That's freaking dope.
Eternals? What if we see him in Eternals?
Ooh, I could see that. Thor, his first appearance, Thor, God of Thunder, #2. Hey, that's crazy. His first appearance is God of Thunder. He's going to be in Love and Thunder. The words connect. His power. Okay, Gore is nearly immortal and has superhuman strength, endurance, and durability. He can also manipulate darkness and fashion it into solid objects. And in this picture, he's actually trying to lift the hammer.
Oh wow!
He's trying to lift Mjolnir. That's freaking dope.
Is he able to use the hammer?
He may be worthy because that's how
killing gods is kind of a worthy thing.
Captain America picked up the shit. So let's see. Born on a brutal planet, Gore came to believe that the gods deserved nothing but butchery for refusing to answer the prayers of those in dire need, such as his dying wife and children. After suffering such losses, he didn't think gods could exist. But once he confirmed that they did, he vowed to exterminate them all. The fact that he managed to murder so many of them is a testimony to his determination, even more than his strength. Gore first battled Thor a millennium ago. Thor thought that he had slain him, but the God Butcher survived and grew stronger. Using the blood of gods, he traveled through time. He later plucked Thor from 3 different ages and forced him to construct a bomb that would destroy the gods throughout time and space. When all the threatened gods prayed to Thor, however, Thor was able to stop the bomb and slay Gore. And that's when he ended up wielding both of the hammers like we saw him do in
That's intense.
Yeah. Bro, awesome story that they're talking about, by the way. A grade A story that they're talking about. Like, it's lit, bro. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have a lot to look forward to. I'm excited for that next Thor movie. So
yeah, man. I almost shit bricks when I saw this. Wow.
All right. So also during Disney's Investors Day, Kevin Feige has confirmed that Miss Marvel, Monica Rambeau, will return during Captain Marvel 2 and will release on November 11th, 2022. I actually think it was already delayed, low-key. I think they delayed a lot of what they talked about already. Not by a lot.
So they just talked about already got delayed?
I think so. I don't have those dates. It's actually something I forgot to post, but I had copied it to read back at and post, and I'll have to look for it because that was something I was supposed to post, but I totally forgot.
But I'm down for this movie though because Monica Rambeau is going to be awesome. Hopefully, I don't know if she's going to have powers. Hopefully, she gets powers in the WandaVision show.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she gets powers there. Maybe Wanda gives her powers or something like that when she's going through the portals and shit. Maybe something unlocks her powers. Maybe we even get a little bit of her backstory.
Maybe
Miss Marvel is going to be amazing because Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, still not too keen on how that looked, on how her suit looked, on how she looked in the suit, on how the show was looking because it looked like the Kim Possible live action movie, and the live action movie was not a fan of how it looked. But those are the vibes that I got when I saw it. So hopefully it's not like that. But I am very interested to see this though. I don't know what it's going to be about. Do you have any clue on what this movie is about? Did they say anything?
I just love Miss Marvel. Playing the game, I love her.
That's the game. Yeah, the game made us fall in love with Miss Marvel.
I think who they chose as the actor, I think, is a pretty good start. Some of the footage and pictures that we saw, because I think we were able to actually watch something from this because they showed us a little trailer, or not a trailer, but like a behind the scenes thing.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
And like we see her like looking at her helmet and some other stuff, and it's like, okay, is that like just not CGI'd, or are you just looking for a costume because you don't have powers yet?
I know why she has a helmet, because Captain Marvel got a helmet. That's why.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to think, like what? How
does it have a? I don't know, man.
When did she? Maybe she doesn't have her powers, and
maybe she doesn't have her powers. Let's go for that. Let this be how we see the Terrigen Mist come into play. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
Like maybe it's Halloween, aka WandaVision, and like she just can't figure out what to do with the costume. So her and that dude look for a costume. She finds the costume. Terrigen Mist. Oh my gosh, I can just do all kinds of stuff, and then is on the run, or not on the run. I'm thinking of the game, but
I'm just trying to figure out, man. Like,
should be pretty cool.
Maybe we see the Terrigen Mist be released in like Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Captain
it was
America,
like
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's linked to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and we just didn't know. I mean, obviously they're connected, but maybe it was just we'll see some of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Has the Terrigen Mist been released on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense then. Yeah. That makes sense then.
Like humans and all this other stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely rewatch that because I didn't know. But that's awesome.
But again, we don't have like in the MCU, we haven't really ran into any Inhumans other than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, and if we have, we don't know that.
Point has not been a MCU continuity property.
Yeah,
because it was owned by Fox. But now, since it's all one, they can do whatever they need to make it cohesive. And I know we've seen Samuel L. Jackson in that show as well as Agent Coulson. So
we've also seen like clips from Captain America: Winter Soldier, like when the planes go down at that S.H.I.E.L.D. base towards the end of Winter Soldier. We see that on the news and stuff like that in the show. And as well as the aftermath of the whole Hydra S.H.I.E.L.D. thing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, definitely. But I'm moving right along. Director Peyton Reed will be returning to direct the third Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is titled Quantum Mania, by the way, which is awesome. With a lot of the cast returning for the installment, including boy from Lovecraft Country. Can't think of his name.
But he's gonna be playing.
Let me see his name real quick so we can.
Kang the Conqueror, right?
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. Jonathan Majors. That's his name. Jonathan Majors will be the main villain. Kang the Conqueror, which is going to be awesome. I don't think they gave us too much other than that on that one. The name Quantum, which is amazing.
When you mess with time bites back.
Bites back. Come on.
So that I'm looking forward to it. Even though the Ant-Mans up to this point have always been used like as filler, I think this will be one of the first Ant-Mans we see where it actually has a major implications to what's going to happen.
I was in a debate about the Marvel Ant-Man movies being not as good as the other movies. And what I said was it was because they mainly used those movies, like you said, as fillers. And they never really
it's like they're not bad, but
but they didn't actually capitalize on him being a hero on anything like that. You know what I mean? They didn't capitalize on him actually fighting a villain. You know what I mean? Like it's just Marvel's thing that they love to do is giving new heroes themselves to fight as villains. That's just what it is. And I think he suffered from that tremendously, and then the entire second movie there was never an actual real villain. You know what I mean? Like I think it was basically a heist movie. Like that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a heist movie.
Basically for the end credit scene too. Like
yeah, it was literally just.
Other than that, there was no reason.
All the Ant-Man movies have only led to the next Ant-Man movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they haven't focused on being their own cohesive thing. It's like a new show that you watch on Netflix when they have the first season, and you're like, oh, they couldn't put it all into this because they wanted us to be juiced for next season. And that's kind of what they did with these Ant-Man movies. Is they set up these they set up these building blocks of the quantum. What's it called? Yeah, the quantum realm, right? They set up all of these building blocks of the quantum realm, and they utilize the quantum realm in Avengers. And now we're going back to the quantum realm, and we're going to get a way bigger view of what's going on in here. And I'm juiced for that, man. Just the title Quantum Mania lets us know how much stuff is going to really be going on in this show. In this movie, not show. My apologies. In this show. So awesome. Amazing.
Moving right along.
Yes, sir.
Armor Wars, which will be a new Disney Plus series, follows Tony Stark's worst fear of coming true. What happens when his tech falls into the wrong hands? And this will be kind of helmed by Rhodes and his Iron Man suit. I don't know if this is an animation or real stuff. Yeah,
live action. I think it's live action.
I think it is live action. I don't know I think all this stuff.
Okay, so
I think it is.
Who got what? Like, how did this happen? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You would think
it might be like a what if type of thing. Maybe
I don't think it's a what if. I think this is real. I think someone like found some armor. I think very similar to very similar to what Mysterio did. He used the same technology from the Hulk movie, but he used it in his own way with the sonic waves and all that shit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that was Iron Man's tech. That was his tech. So, and look at his suit, even though it was fake, you know what I mean? It was still very similar to Iron Man tech.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this goes along with who else? What's his name? Vulture. Vulture's suit was very similar to Iron Man tech. Everyone's tech is very similar to Iron Man's. So Armor Wars, which is an amazing name, I feel like this is going to be a beautiful thing to see all of these different Iron Man suits. That's basically what I'm seeing is a whole bunch of people creating their own Iron Man suits because they're fucking intelligent as hell now. We're in the future with all of this stuff so readily available. Like how we saw in the game. How even the toys of Iron Man... It was still like a real repulsor cannon, but it was fake. You know what I mean? Like it was so we're gonna see a lot of stuff like that, and this is gonna definitely be capitalizing on that because Iron Man's tech is ridiculous. So his tech falling into the wrong hands,
it's gonna be kind of like the
main villain of this
Spider Island, right? And then everyone has like Iron Man armor.
Yes,
very so. We have these people, both good and bad, just doing random crazy stuff.
And this also makes sense with him being dead. Everyone's trying to be the new Iron Man. Maybe people are trying to be the new Iron Man. Very similar to our another announcement that we have coming up. You know what I mean? Maybe these are people who are getting this armor and they're like, "Yo, I could do this." You know what I mean? I could be Iron Man. I may not have powers, but I'm smart and I can build a suit. Like so it makes sense. It makes sense. We're moving on to our next announcement, one of the best announcements as well. Fantastic Four is officially in the works with director John Watts, which is awesome. Awesome sauce. That's amazing. Let's go. I'm pumped. How are you feeling about that, brother?
Fantastic Four is obviously something that's been rumored for a long time, especially after the very first, like when they were talking about Blade and all those other big things that about a year ago. At the last Disney Investors Day.
Unfortunately.
Ever since then, we've all kind of assumed Fantastic Four is happening at some point. And so it's cool to actually get a confirmation because up until then we had nothing but rumors. I'm excited to see how they capitalize on the Fantastic Four. Like, are they going to completely do like a reboot and like do like a whole like origin, or it's going to be like, are they already like solid team, and it's just a matter of this particular story they're going with, you know? But it should be pretty interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. I feel the exact same way, especially with the announcement of Kang the Conqueror coming into play. And he's a very he's basically a Fantastic Four, villain. You know what I mean? Along with the Young Avengers, but we're going into this spot where it could be either or. Like they could have been trapped in the quantum realm this entire time. That's how they got their powers. They went into the quantum realm as regular people. They come out with their powers, but they didn't really ever age like that or something like that. I mean, I think Homegirl aged, right? Wasp's mom. She aged in there, right? Like not a lot, but or was it a lot? I don't recall. I don't know. I know she looked older than when she looked when she went into.
She looked older.
She definitely didn't look as old as Brud did. But I don't know. So I don't know what that means.
Time worked differently. I just know that. Like it. Well, I don't know. It's interesting because when Ant-Man was there, 5 minutes was 5 years, and it might have been that she went through a different area of that, and like time was the same. But I don't know. It's just interesting to think about.
Yeah, I never thought about what you just said. How 5 minutes was 5 years for him, but she was there 4 years, and like the years that she was gone and like out here,
she was there for like 20 plus years.
Yeah, and it was equivalent to that within the quantum realm as well.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe she had been there for hundreds of years. You know what I mean? And then. Maybe and she still looked young though, even though she's been there for hundreds of years, and that's why she was evolving as well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or, what if she again was able to come in and out of certain areas because she wasn't there for so long, and in doing that, aged after going back and forth, But I don't know. Something interesting to think about. A lot of interesting things. Moving right along, the first Loki footage was shown. During the presentation, so that was pretty cool.
I have not seen that. I haven't seen any of. I didn't see any of the.
I haven't
seen any of the trailers or anything.
I saw part of it, but I wasn't paying attention to it. I was just kind of like glance. I've seen more stuff through Twitter, just people talking about it, rather than watching it. One of the things in particular is a possible hint or tease at Mephisto being the main villain or antagonist for the series. So that should be pretty cool.
What?
Yep.
That's mind-blowing.
It might just be a random glass mural, but people are saying it's Mephisto. So that's something to think about.
Could you imagine like that show tying like directly in with everything that was going on in WandaVision? Like,
hey, it might be. I don't know.
Like, what if Loki is the one projecting that reality unknowingly because Mephisto is like making him do it?
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Like, because Loki, we know Loki has those type of powers. His powers are very similar to Scarlet Witch's powers. They're just not on the same.
He also has the stone, technically. Unless he loses it when he goes in the desert.
What do those ramifications do?
I have no idea.
That's wild. Because
it's wild to think about.
Because Captain America had to return every stone, and in doing that, a stone got stolen.
Yep.
So they still fucked up time. I didn't even think about that. I never thought about it. I only thought about like what does Loki do with the stone after he gets it. But that doesn't really matter as much as what happens in the universe because of that stone being stolen. Maybe nothing happens, and that's why he's locked up. Maybe they find him, they take the stone, they lock him up, and then that's where the show starts. It's him being in prison because they had to return the stone to the proper time, and they kidnapped him or whatever. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But moving right along, Marvel Studios is currently working on a secret invasion show for Disney Plus. So I don't know if you guys remember, but we announced this a while ago that there was going to be a show heavily centered around Nick Fury, right? And we thought at that time, I think the working title was like Nick Fury or something like that. Like, it was just like a Nick Fury series. Like, but now that series is the Secret Invasion series. So, yo, come on, give me some insight on how you feeling about this, Christian.
So
because we know Secret Invasion is an amazing story. Maybe we should give
for everything that for all the stuff that they said certain people are coming back, right? Mm-hmm. And for this one, they only said Nick Fury and like the dude who plays Talos is coming back. They never really mentioned if any of the other Avengers or anyone else is going to be coming in. So, or maybe maybe they introduced the Young Avengers or something.
Maybe this show is about everything that has been going on from Captain Marvel to now.
That's true.
You know, like he's obviously always known that there's other supers out here. Like he's known. He said that to Iron Man at the end of the movie. He was like, or in the second one, he was like, "Where do you think you're the only one out here, bro? Come on, come on, fam, get over it. You're not even a super. You just have a super mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're not even a hero like these other people that I know, bro. That's rocking with powers.
And it might be,
who knows, man."
And it might be that it explains how Talos is pretending to be Nick Fury.
And how long he's been doing that.
Yeah, and I think that just that alone would be really cool. And like that's like their version of Secret Invasion. And like Nick Fury's out.
Oh, that he is the one that hasn't been invaded.
Yeah. And so that might be something to look into. But I'm excited. That should be cool.
For real. Secret Invasion. The story of Secret Invasion deals heavily on Skrulls coming in and pretending to be superheroes.
Yep.
And none of those heroes are actually who they were. They were all Skrulls. It was wild. Everyone was pretending to be Skrulls. They didn't know who was a Skrull, who wasn't a Skrull. I think it was actually Human Torch's girlfriend who was the first person to be realized to be a Skrull. Because she had like died, but it wasn't really her. It was actually the Skrull that died. And then Human Torch was like heartbroken. And then like in his arms, he turned back into a Skrull. And he was like, oh! And that let them know that they were all invaded and stuff. So
I didn't read that series. I got into comics pretty late. The first real comic series I got into was it was a huge event. They basically introduced Immortal Hulk. I can't think of the name right now, but that was like 4 years ago. No, yeah, 4 years ago is when I first got into comics. Okay. But ever since then, I've been kind of heavily involved. I haven't really gotten into another. I have a majority of the most recent Marvel event, but I don't have all of them. But again, actually, the most recent Marvel event is closest to Secret Invasion because both the Skrulls and the Kree come together to fight another entity that lives
the
on
one
the
that we started reading. Yeah,
lives on the dark side of the moon or something like that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But moving right along though, moving right along. We see our first look at the What If animation. We see an actual trailer.
What? I haven't seen that.
I watched. This is the one I did watch. I will say, but again, I was also kind of like not trying to pay attention to it, but I watched it. We saw a lot of cool stuff in this trailer. That's something that we're gonna have to figure out. That way we can.
Watch it right after.
Try and record and show you guys our reactions. But I'm excited for that. I love What If stories, and so this will be cool.
That's awesome. What If is amazing. We all know what If is. Like the one that they were basically really putting at the forefront when they announced this What If series was what if Peggy Carter was Captain America. So, that's basically what the entire series is about. So get all your what ifs and think about them. It would be really awesome if they put in if they let fan submissions be put in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for the next season. tweet us what if, like hashtag Marvel what if, and give us your ideas. That would be awesome. And something else that really went into a lot of this what if is the comic series Infinity Warp. Infinity Warp did this like exact thing where we saw Iron Man. Well, not this exact thing. It was kind of like they mashed heroes. Yeah, it was. They had
like Iron Hammer.
Yep, Iron Hammer. Yeah, they had Iron Hammer, and then they had the Sorcerer thing. Yeah, Soldier Supreme. There you go. Yep. Those are all from the Infinity Warp series. Those are fucking awesome pops, bro.
Arknight.
Yep, Arknight. Yep. I believe that was Moon Knight and Spider-Man.
These are the only 3 that they released. I got really lucky and was able to pre-order them the day they came out. But the Wolverine exclusives, so they're really hard to get. So I was really happy to get those.
Yeah, that's awesome as shit. That's fucking amazing. Moving right along though, or you got something else to put on this what if thing?
Or actually, I'm not gonna say it because I want you to watch it.
Yeah, I really want to watch that.
What do we got coming up next?
Yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special will be released before Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Jesus. So they're going to make a holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember this part. Kevin Feige was like, and with Disney Plus, we are able to do a lot more things like this. And to me, what this is very similar to is when they did the Star Wars holiday special. But now they're using Guardians of the Galaxy to do it. Actually, they are having a Lego Star Wars holiday special thing. I think it might already be.
I think it's up there right now, actually.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I'm gonna have to get a little watch with my son and my family and stuff. That's cool. I don't know what it's gonna be about. I'm not like, oh yeah, but that's cool. That's awesome. I can see why Guardians of the Galaxy is like, it's the MCU's first family. You know what I mean? Like, Guardians of the Galaxy has kind of taken the place of the Fantastic Four for the time being. That's like basically what that's how I felt. Like, as soon as once I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy was coming in and how they were doing them like a family, I was like, they're trying to give us Fantastic Four without giving us Fantastic Four. So it's understandable. But this special is gonna be cool. I'm all for holiday specials. They're dope.
In other words, a new trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier is also available to watch. This trailer is actually pretty intense. I'm just excited for the show. I loved Captain America Winter Soldier, so I'm hoping they take hints from that series in terms of the style in which they made that movie. I think it'd be pretty cool.
That's freaking awesome. I am, bro. I'm juiced, bro. I don't know what else to say. This is awesome. Like, well, I haven't seen it, so I can only imagine how dope it is. I can't wait to watch it. Man, yeah. My Ghiblis are so tender right now because I cannot wait to watch all this stuff, and I am freaking pumped for everything. You know what I mean? I'm pumped, bro. Like, I'm big pumped. Everything is awesome. And I know, like you said, The Winter Soldier, I know that's your favorite movie. Your favorite Marvel movie, bro. Yeah, so I know if they take aspects of that and put it in show form, this show is gonna be impeccable. It's honestly the show that I'm looking forward to the most. Like, I think
that's the same for me, but as well.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier one is gonna be that's gonna be the one. I think that's gonna be really amazing and intense, like you were saying the trailer was. But moving right along to some more Guardians of the Galaxy related news, a number of different shorts will be released with Baby Groot introducing new and unusual characters. So he will be getting his own show. Is it Baby Groot? I don't think it's Baby Groot because he's not a baby anymore. The show is just called I Am Groot. That's what the show is called.
Yeah. I don't think I didn't see the title for it yet. I just knew that it was based off Groot. And so I just assumed Baby Groot because of Baby Yoda type of thing, you know?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I know it's called I Am Groot, and like it said, introducing new and unusual characters. Possibly this is where we see, what is her name? Lila? Is that Rocket's girlfriend's name? Lila the Otter?
Oh, maybe.
Like
I feel like that's probably a safe bet. We'll probably see.
You know what I mean? That would be we'll see. But maybe we're gonna definitely be seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy in this, because why would Groot not be with them unless he's at that age where he's like, "Yo, I'm out." I'm dipping. You know what I mean? He's just doing whatever he wants to do.
Let me flap my wings. I'll come back later.
Yeah, he was being a huge rebel the last time we saw him. He did not care about anything. So that's awesome. But yeah, that's basically it for that.
Yep.
Moving right along.
There's actually one more thing I have after this one. I mentioned. I totally forgot to add it. But an Ironheart series on Disney Plus is officially in the works, with Dominique Throne as Ironheart, following the footsteps of Iron Man. And from what I understand, it's not necessarily a situation where she stole the armor. She's super smart and made the armor herself. After Iron Man had passed, I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. But I'm excited for this. I think I have a couple issues with Ironheart, possibly, of a newer series that came out, but right when I first got into comics. But for the most part, I'm excited.
Let me look. Boom. So, Ironheart, her first appearance was Invincible Iron Man #7. Her real name is Riri Williams. Occupation is a student. She's from Chicago. She's a super genius. She has super genius level intelligence. She won a scholarship to Massachusetts Institute of Technology at 15. And she's an inventor, coding expert, and engineer. And the armor provides her with equivalent powers to Iron Man. So her little backstory, it says Riri Williams is a teenage super genius. After she lost her best friend and stepfather in a shooting, she became determined to finish armor she was making based on an old Iron Man design. She soon took to the skies, arresting 2 escaping convicts. Tony Stark was so impressed that he mentored her. Tony Stark was so impressed that he mentored her with an AI version of Stark, later continuing to do so. She joined the Champions but lost her armor fighting Thanos. Her teammates encouraged her to build a new, improved version. That's her little backstory. That was awesome. Cool. That was dope. This book is amazing.
I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with her since Thanos is gone.
Since Thanos is gone, are we going to see?
We don't have the Champions in yet either. So.
What's up with what are we going to do with Tony Stark? Maybe Spider-Man sees her. Maybe Spider-Man finds her and is like, "Yo,"
or Pepper Potts. Since she owns Stark Industries.
Maybe Happy has some type of recording that Iron Man left him. Like, bruh, we got to find another Iron Man or something.
Yeah.
The kid is a genius, but we need an Iron Man. He has his own one,
And on a final note, before we close up here, there was some She-Hulk news. They didn't really say a whole lot, but they said, I don't know the actor's name, but Abomination. And Bruce Banner will also be coming back with Mark Ruffalo reprising his role in the show.
The Abomination actor is an actor, by the way. He is good. He's super good, bro. He is a good actor. And I felt super played that we didn't get any more of him in the MCU. And look at that. Now we will. I'm juiced to see this, man. I'm juiced to see. I can't wait to see what this She-Hulk show is going to be. Like, on my list of hypeness about the Disney Plus shows, it's like Falcon Winter Soldier, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, that's my top 3. Like, those are my top 3 right there. And now Ironheart is on too, but
and another note, people are saying during that whole presentation, because they showed a little intro video thing for She-Hulk. As it faded away like in red, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, dear no!" And I was like, "It's kind of a far stretch,
Wait, why would they automatically connect Daredevil to She-Hulk?
They just saw like for no reason they went to the color red, and then the next slide
that would obviously be Red Hulk.
But I don't know why they.
I mean, that would obviously be Red Hulk. Like, I don't know why they would connect that to Daredevil.
It might be
because she's a lawyer. I could see that, but that's super Red Hulk, bro.
Because during the presentation,
the whole show is about Hulk. Especially now that we know that Abomination is going to be in it, it's going to be all about the serum. Yep. So we're definitely going to see Red Hulk.
Because in the presentation, Kevin Feige definitely talked about her being like a lawyer and like helping those in like superhero based like incidents and stuff.
And they kind of made it seem like she was going to be She-Hulk all the time.
Possibly.
That's kind of what they made it seem like, because he said she has to deal with being a 6 foot tall or whatever, because she's regularly like a smaller woman, and then she grows larger, but she's not as large as Hulk because she is literally Professor Hulk, but naturally. Like once she takes the serum, it's already to a point like Bruce Banner already knows what to do, like how he does now, how he's Professor Hulk now, and he makes her like one with it to where she's just like herself all the time. But I don't know if they're going that way or if they're going the direction where she has to change to it. I don't know.
Yep. And you know, it'll be interesting either way. I'm super excited.
True.
And with that said, guys, that is everything that we covered for Disney's Investor Day. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, please make sure to go check out our social media accounts at Marvel Bros 23 on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our YouTube, where we post all our pop culture breakdowns and gameplays and trailer stuff, and just everything that we do it'll be on our YouTube channel as well. So don't forget to check that out.
Yes, sir, will. And don't forget to also check out our website at www.marvelbros.com, where you can purchase our merchandise, stay up to date with the latest episodes and stuff that we release, and you can also join our Discord. All of the links are in the description of this video, so make sure you check them all out. Like Christian said, all of our social medias are right there. We got our website, and then we also have our Discord. All the links are there for you guys to explore and go crazy. You can also donate and help us out here. All proceeds will go that you give us, everything. It'll help us better what we do here for you guys. And man, this has been a jam-packed episode of Marvel Bros, but it's been an amazing episode at that as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of news, a lot of amazing news. Star Wars, Marvel, we love them both. We can't wait. And we appreciate you guys for being here with us, and we hope to see you next week. We're doing one. Is next week Christmas? No, it's not Christmas on next Sunday. So we'll see you next Sunday at 6:00. And if you haven't already, make sure you drop a follow and a like on the page.
Yep.
And we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Excelsior.